First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, welcome to Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. As always, thanks for joining us here every weekday at 1 p.m. Pacific. We start live streaming on our apps, our website, and of course on our social media channels. So thanks for joining us. And we're going to be covering a lot of different topics on today's show. We've got a lot of things that we're going to be covering here. And of course, if there is breaking news, I will break in with that as well. But right now, we're going to talk about an organization called My Voice Music. Now, this is a group here in Portland, a nonprofit that provides a safe space for basically youth to go learn how to write music, how to play instruments, and everything that goes along with that. And I was able to sit down with the executive director, Amy Sabin, and one of the students who is there at the organization, and that is Leo. And just to talk to them just about what they do, what the experience is like. Leo plays a song for us as well. So all of that is here. This was an interview that I sat down with just a couple of days ago, so we're going to be playing it here for the first time. So let's just roll right into it. Here are Amy and Leo from My Voice Music. So here we are talking about My Voice Music. I am really excited to have our guests in here today because I've been a fan of this company for a very long time, and we're finally getting to have them on this show to talk about it. So we've got Amy and Leo here, and I was hoping, maybe you could just introduce yourselves to start off with, and then we'll go in and talk about My Voice Music.
Sure, thanks for having us. I'm Amy Sabin. I'm the executive director at My Voice Music. I've been on the team for about a year now.
Nice.
I'm Leo Otis, and I've also been at My Voice Music for about a year now.
All right, and so let's give everybody some context. Amy, maybe if you can talk about a little bit about the history of My Voice Music and what it is that you do.
Sure. So My Voice Music was started about 15 years ago by our late founder, Ian Mauser, and Ian brought music into a residential treatment facility to work with youth there, and he saw the amazing power that music had to help those youth be in community with each other and also build social emotional skills. And so, fast forward all these years later, we now have programs like that continue in those types of facilities, but we also have our space, MVM Studios, where we hold after-school programs, summer camps, other rock camps, hip-hop programs, recording sessions, and open studio exploration. I probably left something out, but we do a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'll say, just on a personal side note too, I knew Ian, and wonderful, wonderful person that Ian was, and just he knew that power of music and how it could help out. And I think, what this has transformed into is just really amazing. And Leo, for you, how did you find out about My Voice Music?
Well, I was when I transferred to virtual school, I was kind of lonely. I didn't have many friends. So my counselor recommended My Voice Music because I'm really passionate with music, and they knew that, and they've also seen other kids thrive in the community.
Nice. And so you discovered that and found a way to kind of have some, something that you could do to explore that, the musical side of things.
Yeah.
Nice. And I mean, let's talk about some of those programs. So you mentioned a lot of those. Can you tell me, you help so many different people with this, but how do you reach out to them and find the program that will fit for some of these students and these kids?
That's a great question. We have a lot of community partnerships. Community is one of our core values as an organization. So I think this year alone we had about 16 different community partners in all shapes and sizes. And so that could be a partner like PAIR, which is an organization that supports unhoused youth through art. So we run a program there. We also continue work in facilities like Albertina Kerr. We have programs in places like the Dougie Center. It also looks like hosting events in our space and partnering with other organizations to provide space for their programs. And when I say our space, it's a new space that we moved into in September, so it's pretty new.
Very new, yeah, definitely. Well, that's working with a lot of different community members. So can you tell me a little bit more about that partnership, like My Voice Music, how important those community relationships are?
It's very important. I would say it's in a lot of ways the heart of what we do, providing that first touch point in whatever place that the youth are showing up. So a lot of the partners we work with serve youth who experience some kind of complex trauma. So working with the youth there, and then when they are in the general population, again, they have a place that they can go and have a safe space, like Leo mentioned. And that can look like a lot of different things for a lot of different kids, depending on what they've been going through in life. And so we have partnerships with DHS, with a lot of deeply ingrained organizations that have been in Portland for a really long time. And our belief is really that we're stronger when we partner together with like-minded organizations rather than having our own siloed ways of supporting youth.
What is it about music and what is it about music that you think helps so much?
There's so many things about it. I mean, obviously creative expression is a great way to explore emotions, to connect with your own sense of identity. But I think what's really unique about My Voice Music and something that I really appreciate is the way we help youth work together in community settings. So a lot of times that looks like forming a band, and if you can imagine having to navigate taking up space in a band and making space for other people in that kind of a type of a relationship, it's a really great way to learn how to navigate community together. And so, you know, music is just the tool that we gravitate towards, but I happen to think it's one of the best tools there is for exploring all of the complexities of life, really.
Yeah, that really is. I didn't even think about it that way, that you're navigating so many different things with a band. I mean, it's relationships with other people. It could be, you know, good or bad. Everybody's got their own opinions on what they want to do, and you gotta have to navigate that. So I would imagine that's a pretty great way to, like you said, like learn some lessons for life by doing that.
Absolutely, and not all of our programs have a band format. We have an artist mentorship program where youth can work in more of a one-on-one setting with an adult who shows up as a great person for them and can instruct them in music, but a lot of times it's really about whatever the youth needs, or all the time, it's really about what the youth needs in that day, in that moment, and so our programs are completely responsive in that way. So if Leo comes in and feels like banging on the drums today, because that's what Leo's needing, then that's what we do. Or maybe Leo, so I'm going to keep picking on you, wants to draw and just talk today, that's also okay. And I think that's a really important part of our model and pretty unique from what I've seen out there.
Yeah, so that when and Leo, we're going back to you again. So like Leo shows up and that's what they're feeling like, you know, there's something there, and that's what that space provides. That's really cool. Well, Leo, for you, you know, how does it feel for you to have a place like this, to go there and be able to express yourself in whatever way that is?
It feels really nice. Like I can just go there and unwind after a day and just bang out on the drums and have a good time, and it makes me feel better.
It does. Yeah. What's your favorite thing to do when you go there? If you had to pick one.
There's so many. Probably drums. I don't have a drum set at home, so it's nice. It's a nice opportunity.
Yeah. Do you enjoy getting to meet, you know, some of the other students, youth? I'm not sure what the right term would be. I guess not necessarily students, but the other participants there at My Voice Music.
Yeah, I've been in a couple bands, and yeah, it's been great. I've made friends, definitely. Nice,
nice. And what's your favorite instrument that you've played so far? I know you've got the guitar there, so that may be a leading question. But
I'm a real ukulele person.
Yeah.
That's why I started on my first instrument, so definitely ukulele.
Nice. What would you say to, you know, maybe somebody else out there who hasn't found My Voice Music or doesn't understand the power of music? What would you say to that person out there of what your experience has been like?
It's been amazing. It really feels like a family, a community, and you should definitely look into it.
Nice. Well, and Amy, you know, what else do you think people should know about My Voice Music for the community as a whole?
Something that I really love about this organization that I didn't understand before I joined is that our programs are all sliding scale, pay what you can afford, with no questions asked. So that's pretty unique as well. There's something about making people demonstrate their need that I think can be pretty traumatizing, and so we don't do that. It's pay what you can, sliding scale model, and I think it's a really, really great way of operating. So if you have somebody and you think they're a good candidate, check out our website. Also, we have programs launching in January again, and we have a showcase coming up in December. So those are some important things to be aware of.
Yeah, let's talk about that showcase. So what's all involved with that?
Yeah, so this is our first showcase in our new building in Montevilla, and we've invited quite a few community partners to come and be there with us. I'm going to try and list them all, but I'll probably miss something.
We'll put up a link too.
Yeah, great. Friends of Noise, the Synth Library. We have, I believe, we've connected with Friends of the Children, PAIR, and I mentioned we run a program there at PAIR. We'll have youth from PAIR performing. And I believe a couple of others. And it's really an opportunity for us to be together. It's giving season, it's fundraising season at the end of the year, and so we're asking folks to consider making a donation to those organizations if they come. And we'll have tables with information about each one of those organizations at the event. And of course, the most important part, we're going to have some youth performers from MVM and from those partner organizations.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you going to be performing?
Yeah, with a couple other bandmates.
Nice. Ukulele or guitar?
I'm on guitar.
Okay. All right. Well, and I know that you have a guitar right here.
Yeah.
And I understand that we may get to hear something. Is
Yeah.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. Well, anything else that you think people should know, just for My Voice Music, and just, I guess, where the location is and the website and all of that?
Absolutely. So our website is myvoicemusic.org. We're also in the Willamette Week Gift Guide right now. You can find us under the arts section, My Voice Music. And our new building is located at 89th and Stark in Montevilla.
If you had a dream of one thing you want to add on, you know, as this continues to grow, what's the number one dream?
Oh my goodness, that's such a big question.
Sorry, I know.
That's a great question, and our team has really been exploring that. And I think for me, we really want to see that building fully utilized every day, alive with youth coming in for shows, programs, workshops, and really getting back to like a pre-COVID level, and then surpassing that with the number of youth that we're reaching, whether it's us or with our partners.
How many youth do you have in there now, or that come through?
Let's see, I think the last set of numbers we looked at was around 400 youth through the building per year, depending, you know, it depends on the season. And then through our satellite programs, I believe it's another 400 to 600. So again, there's a scale depending on the season and what's going on, but we're wanting to get up over that 1,000 collective mark again. That's one of our goals. So
amazing.
Yeah, we're excited to do that.
All that from what Ian, you know, playing music and then realizing the power of that and what can happen, and then to this. Yeah.
He was a very visionary person who really loved people and what he did, and that vision has just continued. It's really a beautiful legacy that he's left.
It really is. Yeah, amazing. Well, part of that, Leo, is you playing right here. So I don't know if we want to do it. Do you want to perform?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get out of these seats and let Leo have the stage.
I'm Leo Otis, and this is my song Even When. I'm playing it on guitar, obviously. Happens when we grow old and our brains are basically mold. Will we remember all those knitted sweaters? Happens when we feel life slipping away and can't even recount those good old days. I still think of you. Will I still think of, even when the end is near? Hold you close and there's nothing to fear. I will love you even when everything is doomed. 'Cause in the end, all I'll be thinking about is you. Yeah, in the end, I'll be thinking about is you. Happens when our life is a mess, and everything feels like a test, and we just can't get through tomorrow. And there's no spark left, even when the end is near. Hold you close and there's nothing to fear. I will love you, even when everything is doomed. 'Cause in the end, I'll be thinking about is you. Yeah, in the end, I'll be thinking about is you. Yeah, even when it's the end, I will not stop loving my friend.
Yeah. Nice work. So that was Leo performing there for that segment. So again, My Voice Music, the youth showcase. So that's what I'm highlighting right there. I want to let you know. So it's Sunday, December 10th at 1:30 p.m. You can find out more information at myvoicemusic.org. All right, we're going to continue on here with our show. So again, this is Fox 12 Now. If you're watching on social media, on Facebook and YouTube, you'll see this video end. We'll be back at 1:30 p.m. with an interview with the executive director of the Oregon Coast Aquarium down in Newport. So they're doing a huge remodel right now, the first giant remodel in 30 years. So we're going to talk all about that and what that entails. So again, that's coming up at 1:30 p.m. If you're watching on the website and the apps, we'll continue on. We've got more things for you that happen on there that don't necessarily happen on the Facebook and YouTube channels. So I will talk to you there. I'll be back here at 1:30 on Facebook and YouTube. For the other ones, I'll see you in just a couple of minutes. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.